Hi, my name is Gabrielle Gravatt, and today I am here to speak with you once again about sexual assault on college campuses. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, our lives begin and end the day we become silent about things that matter. I'm here to implore to you again that sexual assault prevention, and the treatment for sexual assault victims all matters, and it matters a lot. This matters because, as I'm sure you've seen in the media recently, there has been a huge presence of sexual assault and sexual violence, sexual harassment, all of those different things in Hollywood. This has become extremely relevant recently with the revelation of Harvey Weinstein and over 40 women who have come forward talking about how he has sexually assaulted them or harassed them throughout his career in Hollywood. This has also sparked something called the Me Too movement, or the Me Too social media campaign, where women are coming forward and admitting that they too have been victims of sexual assault, of sexual harassment, of any sort of sexual violence. And this is so wonderful that we're finally getting recognition for this topic, but it's only because Hollywood is saying that it's time. Campus sexual assault has been slowly but surely being pushed out of the spotlight. It's been taken less seriously by the media, and more importantly, it's being taken a lot less seriously by the government. And so the reason that I'm here to talk to you today is to tell you about my plan of action and a big dream that I have for preventing and improving the way that we're dealing with sexual assault on college campus, and hopefully making a path toward eliminating it. So I have a dream of creating a universal sexual assault prevention program that could be adopted by all colleges and universities. Now, you're probably wondering what this would look like and how it could be universal across the board. I think the first and most important thing that we need to address is Title IX. And I'm sure you'll remember from my previous speeches that Title IX is a policy that addresses sexual harassment, sexual violence, or any gender-based discrimination that may deny a person access to educational benefits and opportunities. I think it's extremely important that we create understanding for this policy, not only for students, but for administrators as well. I have been doing so much research into this topic, and when I read about these stories of women and men coming forward to their school and saying, this is what happened, I need help, how am I going to fix this? And the administrators, first of all, not even helping them, but second of all, not even knowing what they're able to do or how this is violating Title IX and how they can use this to fight against the sexual violence that has been committed against this person. So I think the important first thing to do is to make sure everybody understands what is Title IX, why is it important, and what is considered a Title IX violation. I think that then this should be followed by an online program. And the reason why I say an online program and not an in-school program is because I think that in order to create something universal, it has to be able to be applied across the board. And in my opinion, it's just not realistic for schools to be able to gather all of their incoming freshmen in one place for 3+ hours and talk to them about sexual assault. Now, in my personal experience, before I attended Cuesta, I went to Columbia College Chicago in Illinois, which is an art school, and they take sexual assault very seriously, and their prevention program was unlike any I had heard of before. It was interactive, it was intuitive, and there were several quizzes throughout, and by the end of it, I felt like I had learned something from this, even though this was a topic that was already interesting to me. So I'm sure that the people who were taking this also were getting a lot from it, and we were not even allowed to register for our classes until we had completed this program. I think that this could be the key for a lot of schools, is creating an interactive program with quizzes and videos and different scenarios in order for their students to be educated on sexual assault prevention and on consent and how to go about their time at school in a smart and safe way. And I think that it's not ridiculous to create a universal rule that says you can't register for your classes until you do this, because this is important. I also believe that we could integrate these kinds of topics into seminars for freshmen who are coming on campus. A lot of schools that I know have some sort of seminar for their students the first semester that they're at college to kind of get them oriented with the school and to learn about their school and figure out, how they are going to go about doing college. And I think that sexual assault prevention and consent could be easily worked into this. I finally believe that we should bring in spirit weeks or different events for students, like UC Santa Cruz, who has Consent Week, or they have a week dedicated to talking about all these problems surrounding sexual assault on campus, reporting and prevention, etc. I also believe that it's important that we have a refresher course, like Dartmouth, who requires a refresher course for every year of schooling before a student can register for their classes. Now, the most important thing is figuring out how can we as students make this happen. I know that my goal is a big goal, but small changes could be made on campus, on your campus, first. Sign petitions. Call your senators. Make changes in your state first. Talk to officials at your school. Create a club or work to create a program with other students in order to make sure that you are demanding of your school that this is something that they provide for you. It's not ridiculous to demand this from your school because it's important and it is protecting women, and that affects all of us. Most importantly, out of all of this, I want you to feel empowered to go out and try and make a difference in the world. Now, I know that what I've been talking about is a big umbrella sort of plan, but I think that it's doable, and I think that if we all come together, that we can make small changes every day that will lead to a big change like this universal sexual assault prevention program. Thank you for listening.